feel like I'm behind in life, but I don't even know what I'm behind in. I can really relate with this question, especially in today's generation where everything seems to be moving at a million miles per hour. Because here's my question. You feel behind, but behind in what? Behind whose life, whose pace, whose definition of success do you feel behind in? So where this problem is coming from is when you don't have a clear identity, you start comparing yourself to other people. And when you compare yourself to other people, that creates fake direction and fake pacing. Because where you got this mentality is you probably saw somebody else your age get married or somebody else online buying a house at the age of 22. You saw somebody your age getting promoted, somebody else getting attention, and then suddenly you started feeling like, dang, I'm running late in life. So with that said, the deeper issue is not time. The deeper issue is your orientation. You're living your life based off of a clock, but all a clock does is tell you what hour it is. A clock doesn't tell you what direction to go in, and it doesn't tell you what your life is for. Same thing with age. All age is a number. It just tells you how long you've been alive, but it doesn't tell you what season of your life you're actually in. So when you say stuff like, oh, I feel behind, the real question is, what am I using to measure my life? A lot of people in this generation are exhausted because they're trying to keep pace with lives and people's lifestyles that do not match their identity. With the rise of social media, we have access to so many people's lifestyles. But the problem with that is when you're repeatedly consuming somebody else's lifestyle, you start internalizing that and you start building comparison within yourself. Because think about it. If you're seeing a whole crowd of people doing something and you're the one left out, you're going to feel like something's wrong with you. And that's what social media has done. It has created this false standard that you need to be a billionaire by age 16 and you need to be married and have all these girls by age 20. That's not realistic. So to avoid falling into this trap, you have to realize that identity comes before direction. Without an identity, you're going to start borrowing timelines from culture or from your parents, from social media, from friends, from trauma. And so now you have people rushing into marriages because they feel behind, jacking up not only their life, but the life of another person because of anxiety. You're chasing money, you're forcing a career on yourself, building a whole personal brand or public image just because you feel behind. But as you see all the time on social media, the trap is you can arrive somewhere quickly, but because you weren't ready and you didn't do the work to actually be ready for that destination, you destroy yourself and you destroy other people because you rushed. You cheated the game. And so now you're in this place that you're not supposed to be in. You're an immature person dealing with mature situations. So get to know who you are and stop measuring your life by what everybody else is becoming.